Well, welcome to the Yoga Center. I'm Sevamayi, one of the teachers at the Yoga Center, and we're going to start our class today in 1 second. Our theme is, when you ask yourself, who am I? The answer is eternal, pure, and painless. If you don't know that, according to the yogis and Guruji, of course, then you are living in your ego state. And we would like to get past that and live in higher consciousness. And yoga postures affect our nervous system, release tension that we carry, give us certain kinds of strong energy and vitality that we can use to know who we are. Eternal, beyond time, no beginning, no end, pure, no matter what has happened to us in our life, there is a place inside us that is pure, and painless, a place inside that does not register pain. Let's begin with our full yoga breath, of course. Standing tall, we'll inhale, exhale, forward and down. Inhaling, back up, tracing energy right through the midline. Expanding, exhaling. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale. This is the last one. We just bring our hands down to your side. Close the eyes for just a moment and breathe. Okay, we're going to raise both arms up for our half moon pose. Left palm in front, arms back by the ears. Onto the toes, down on the heels, sideways, to the left. We just breathe and hold and see if you can move a little more as you exhale. Now from this position, we're going to move into a variation of fierce pose. We're going to take our right hand, actually our right elbow, bend your knees, bring the elbow to the outside of the knee, and then bring your two palms together, pointing up. Press in with the elbow. We're looking at the ceiling and twisting. And then release as we come back up. We're going to bring two arms out for a moment, expanding the chest. Back together with the right palm in front. Toes, heels, and sideways. Strength and courage fill my body cells. Eternal, pure, and painless. Feel the release. That helps. We're going to take our left elbow, bend the knees on the outside of the knee. We are going to bring the palms together, but into the heart. Fingertips pointing up. This is different than we usually do, but it's good for our nervous system, working with the spine. Now coming back to the center, stretching up. First, bring the arms out, onto the toes, Palms together, down, and pause. Okay, we're going to do a triangle variation called extended triangle and move from there into a little bit of our warrior. So in this extended triangle, take your left foot out. Now point the toes towards the left, excuse me. And you want to have it be far apart. And this left foot can be even further forward if you want, or just parallel, straight there. All right, let's begin by placing the left hand on the hip, and we're trying to be straight ahead. Raise the right one, stretch it up. On an exhalation, move to the side. See if you go further. Now release your left hand, bring it down to the mat behind the foot, and raise the other arm up. We're looking up. And then place this hand on the foot or leg, inside the foot, still looking up. And then bring both hands alongside the foot. Lower the head, or wherever the hands find themselves is good. Now keep the toes pointed to the left. Bend the knee. Bring two hands together behind you, over your head. Head goes down. Lower the arm, place the left hand on the mat, right next to the foot. Feel the elbow pushing into the knee. Raise your arm up. Keeping the knee bent, just lift up. Look over your fingertips. Go as low as you can. Strengthening muscles. Now come up onto the toes in the back and swivel the foot and lean forward. Bring the hands back, palms up. As best we can, chest is parallel to the mat. And then raising up into our exalted warrior, looking up. Then straighten the leg, face the front. Take a breath. And now point the right toes towards the right. Right hand to the hip, waist, raise the left, sideways stretch. And now we lower our right hand to the outside of the right foot. Look up at the outstretched left. Bring the hand onto the foot or leg, then onto the mat. Further apart the legs are, the easier this is to do fully. And bringing both hands down, head to knee. Then bend the knee. Join your hands behind you. The head is on the inside of the leg as we pull over our head. And lower the hands down. Place the right hand on the mat, stretching. Raise the left one up. And we're going to get ready to just stand up into our warrior pose. Coming onto the back toes. Leaning forward. Back. Palms up. Up into exalted. Stretching up. Freeing the spine. Coming out as we face forward. Let your head roll back. Soft gaze straight ahead. Legs together. Hands come down. Last week we played with our tree pose with our mudra, where we brought the two thumbs together. The two pinkies touch. The wrist, not the wrist, but the bottom of the palm touches and the fingers spread out. And we call this the lotus mudra, which calms our nervous system. And we did the tree pose with this. So you're going to end up like that. So find the weight on the left foot. Raise your right foot to your comfortable place. Hands over the head. Keep the right above the wrist touching, fingers stretching out. Steady breathing. Feel the mudra if you can. Lower the leg. Bring the hands to the heart in pranam for a moment. Stretch the mudra back out again. And we'll move to the other side. Weight on the right leg. Raise the left. Hands up over the head. I'm calm, I'm poised. I'm eternal. And then we bring the leg down, release the hands, pranam. Okay, we'll do our jackknife at the back of your mat. We're going to get ready to stretch upward. Every time we expand the vertebrae in the spine, it helps our nervous system. Soothes the nerves as they go around the toes. Heels, forward, down, holding on where you're comfortable. Straight knees, head gently coming inward. Those who like to can hold the elbows. Those who would like to hold the elbows behind the knees or thighs or shins. And release. Walk the hands out so we're in downward dog. Head between the arms by the elbows. Lift the hips as high as you can. Come up onto the toes of both feet, onto the heels. And once more, toes and heels. Walk the hands back. Bring the palms together as we come up into standing position. Big step forward with your left foot for our companion pose, backward bend, down on the knee. Slide the foot further forward, lunge fully, raise up, look up. Now just stretch the left arm up, right arm back onto the thigh, wherever it's comfortable. Feel if you've gone into the pose a little further, hands together. Release the lunge, hands to the heart. 2 hands down, alongside the toes on either side. Straighten the knee, bring the hips back, relax downward. Come back up, bring the foot further in. Place your left hand on right above the knee. And we'll do our pigeon by just raising the leg in the back. Right hand, right knee, right foot, or wherever you're comfortable. And now take this arm and stretch it out and pull the leg back and be in a lunge. Hand back, pull the leg in, release. My foot and leg were in too far, so when we switch sides, make sure it's out further. We're going to come to a standing position. And do the other side. We'll bring our left leg back, right leg further forward, lunge, feel the lunge, raise up on an inhalation. Stretch the right arm up, left back on the back of the thigh, lunging more. I am free. And if we're eternal, pure, painless, we're free of the ego dominating. Returning the 2 hands. Hands to the heart. Hips go back. Leaning forward. 2 hands alongside the foot. Head goes down. Try to keep that knee straight. Try to relax the forearms downward. Coming back up, we're going to prepare for our pigeon. So we want to not bring this leg too far in. Place your right hand above the right knee. Hold on to the foot in the back. Raise the arm up, opening the chest, pulling the foot back, lunging more. Releasing, pull the foot in, and elbow onto the knee, lower the leg down. We're going to come to a standing position, standing back up, pausing. And let's just do our tapping. Stimulate our lung cells. Inhaling. Hold the breath, palms. Exhaling with two hands coming out and down. And now we will sit down, go into our seated routine. We'll pause for a moment, catch our breath. Okay, we are going to bring the 2 feet to touch. Okay, we're going to do a pose. This pose is called the cobbler. Why, I don't know, but that's the name. And if holding on to the feet isn't comfortable, hold on to the ankles. Now from here, we are going to bring 2 hands behind you. Bring the head back. Each time you inhale, let the chest expand. The head and neck stay soft, and we try to have the knees move closer to the mat. Okay, let's come inhale up. And now we're going to exhale forward and bring your hands as far forward as you can. Breathe steadily and rhythmically, with knees getting lower, spine elongating. Head is relaxed between the arms. Stretch a little further if you can. Relax the hip, legs. Now let's sit back up and bring 2 legs out. Take a breath. And now bring the right leg in, left leg out, Point the toes up for head to knee. So we inhale. Exhale forward. Hold on where you reach. We want elbows toward the mat, chest towards the thigh, head towards the toes. Steady breathing. This nurtures our nervous system by allowing nerves in the spine to be able to move more freely up to the brain, and vice versa, from the brain back down. And now we will come back up. And place our right leg over the left for one of our twist variations. Our left arm goes over the knee, rests on the thigh. Right arm comes out to the side, then goes further and further, then down onto the mat, straight back. Turn the head, rotate the eyes. And release. We're going to change sides. Toes to the ceiling, hands on the top of the thigh. Inhale, exhale forward. Just enjoy letting go of tension. Letting go of pain. By not pushing or forcing yourself to move before your body is ready. We will come back up. And take our left foot over the right leg. Right arm around and over the knee. Bring out the left arm. Gaze over your fingertips and then bring this arm further and further and further back. Then put it down on the mat, looking over the shoulder, letting the right arm help you twist. Back to the center. Release the leg. Stretch both legs out. For posterior stretch, releasing tension from all of the muscles in the back of the body. Stretch up. Elongate the spine. Bring the hands forward. If you reach the toes, 2 fingers around, thumb on top, head comes down. I'm safe, I'm sound. Good things come to me. They bring me peace. If you're not holding your toes, you can be on your legs or the mat. Feel the release with each exhalation. Let's inhale up. Let's bring our hands back for companion pose or inclined plane or tabletop. Inclined plane, just lift up the hips, head rolls back. Tabletop, hips stay high, bend the knees, feet flat. Lower the hips down. Slide your legs underneath you into the firm pose. Palms facing upward, shoulders back. We're going to do our Sahajam breathing, where we inhale 5, exhale 10 through the mouth with that loud hushing sound, and you can do it with movement, or you can do it as a pranayama sitting still. So let's begin. The right big toes on top of the left. Inhale. Exhale, twice as long. Inhaling 5, exhaling 10. Last one. Sitting back up. And then moving into child's pose, forehead to the mat. Join your fingers behind you and pull over your head. Just for a little additional stretch. And down. And now we will move into the hair of just bringing your head closer to the knees, lifting the hips. All body energies are at my command. Lowering the hips back down, sitting back up to the firm pose. I'm going to add one more new pose here, which is called the Kundalini Frog. We need to come into a squat. So you're going to be on your toes. Keep the fingertips on the mat. Look straight ahead. And we can also sit like this for a breath. And now with the fingertips down, inhale, come up on the toes, head between the arms. Breathe. On your next inhalation, come back down. Exhale and inhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Once more. Lifting up. Exhaling down. Releasing. Lying on our back. In Savasana. We're going to add some new stretches in our inverted sequence, and may do that, may not get to the inverted, but do the stretches. They will be opening up the whole hip region, stretching out the legs, strengthening the back. So let's begin. We're lying down. Put your left foot to the mat. Bring your right knee to the chest. Hold it there with 2 hands. Keep your shoulder blades down on the mat. Now stretch the left leg out and see how that feels, if it feels any different. Or foot on the mat again. Lift up the head to the knee. And back down. And now lift the leg up. See where you can hold on. Wherever it's comfortable, we're pulling it towards us as far as we can. And stretch the other leg down and see if you feel a difference. Now see what happens when you put the foot back down. And now holding on to the right foot with the right hand, just bring the leg out to the side and back. Bend the knee. We're going to switch sides. Bring the left knee into the chest. Hold it there. Try to keep your shoulders to the mat. Shoulder blades back flat. Lift up the head, bring it into the knee. You can play with the right foot, stretching it out, bringing it back, feeling the difference. Head goes down, leg comes up, holding on. We're bringing it as close as we can. Stretch the right leg out again, feel what happens. Then bring the foot back. See how far you can bring this leg towards you. And then putting your right hand on the outside, bring this leg out to the side. And back. Then bring both knees to the chest. Put your hands on the shin, the calf muscle, elbows around the knees, and just put a little pressure, gentle, of opening up this hip area. Trying to keep shoulder blades and back flat. Bringing the hands up to the back of the thighs, stretch both legs up and out. Back together, 2 knees to the chest. Two feet to the mat. Now raise both legs up. We're going to go right into a plow pose, where we lift up the hips, bring the legs down over the head, hands circle the head, or support the back. And now from here, we're all going to roll out bone by bone, keeping the head mat on the mat. We slowly lower the spine. Hips touch. We're going to bring the legs down. Now we're going to move into a bridge pose. But I'd like you to sit up first, or just glance so you can see what I'm going to do. This is a variation, so it's a way of moving towards the wheel pose, or the back bend in some way, and also strengthening for the hip, for the bridge. So what we do is we're going to have our hands on the mat like we were going to do the bridge. We're going to lift up our hips, and then we're going to come up onto the crown of the head and onto the toes. So I just wanted you to see it. Now we'll do it together. Feet flat, knees close, hands on the mat by the ears. Lift up the hips. Slide onto the crown of the head, if you can. If not, just enjoy the bridge your own way. Onto the toes, so the hips go higher. Back down onto the flat feet. That's also called the upward bow. So let's roll over onto our stomach and do the regular bow. Forehead to the mat. Bend the knees. Hold on where you are comfortable. Lift up head, chest, legs. Try rocking, if you like. Eyes roll up. Now bring the legs down. Bring the heels into the body, forehead to the mat. Release. Cheek to the mat. Let's conclude with our cobra pose. Lifting up the head. Feel nose, lips, chin, brush the mat. Let's begin placing the palms to the mat, under the shoulders. Keeping the thighs on the mat. Now come up higher, toes to the mat, lift up the legs and arch up. That's our upward facing dog. Bring the knees back down, relax the feet, come back to cobra. Begin to lower down. Release your hands. Chin, lips, nose, forehead. And we can lie on our back now for our short, deep relaxation. We are surrounded by white light. We invite it into the body to relax every body part. Filling the left foot, moving up the leg to the knee, thigh, and hip. White light fills the right foot, moves up the leg to the right knee, thigh, fills the hip. Both legs are filled with light, relaxed, free from tension. Moving into the trunk of the body, abdominal region, organs, muscles, ligaments, tissue, blood cells, solar plexus, chest, heart, ribs, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulder blades. Light fills the spine, going straight up to the brain. Let's invite this light to move into the fingers of the left hand, palm, forearm, elbow, upper arm to shoulder to the neck. Fingers of the right hand fill with light, palm and wrist, forearm and elbow, upper arm and shoulder, into the neck, bathing the face in light. Feel the jaw relax. When the body is this relaxed, consciousness is free to expand beyond the body into the realm of eternal, pure, and painless. So moving beyond, just enjoy being in another space. Returning, we welcome the energy in the face, tense and relax. In the chest, bringing the shoulder blades together and relax. Into the arms, tense and relax. Legs, tense and relax. Stretch the whole body. Inhale and sit up. We'll just pause for a moment and let the benefits of yoga permeate our body, our mind, our emotions and consciousness. Victory to you, Jai and Namaste. My spirit bows to your spirit. Enjoy the rest of your day.